Okay, and today's story is number 63, The Summer Day. It's a poem by Mary Oliver. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? By Mary Oliver. Okay, very good. We share this poem in our meetups from time to time. I think Mary Oliver passed away recently. She was an American poet, and her poems are extremely well known. And this one in particular caught the attention of Yuichi, I believe. He's sharing it with us. Actually, I think this poem is encouraging us to have a sense of wonder, which is very good in Buddhism. To have a sense of wonder, to stop and think. And that's very important quality to have. When we see those documentaries on TV, nature documentaries, you see the the gazelles and lions and safaris, all those things. We start wondering, wow, there's such a diversity of species and life on this planet Earth. What am I doing every day? How come I allow myself to pollute this beautiful only home we have? People who don't stop and wonder, they don't recognize the consequences of their actions or inactions. Yeah, and for me, maybe out of all the descriptions she had, especially the eyes, well, this one is about the grasshopper. I've seen the eyes like of a fly also. It is so complicated. Where did it say here? Yeah, complicated eyes. Yeah, I think if you study biology, like the eyes of flies or some of these insects, it's like a compound eyes. There are so many little eyes in their eyeball, so they can see a lot around them. They have to survive. They've been surviving like who knows, millions of years. So, yeah, to kind of slow down the mind. Because if you look at humanity, just busy, busy, busy every day, people think they're born to work or they're born to amass money. The more money, the better. They don't think about anything else. They forget that as they're wearing themselves out, pursuing money, they're losing something more precious, which is our life, our days of life. It will never again come back. Life is compared to going forward on a one-way street. You cannot go back. So yeah, so having a sense of wonder, and she's saying, I don't know exactly what a prayer is, which tells me she was very liberal and open in her views instead of just blindly following a certain prayer of a religion. And yeah, but she does know how to pay attention. Every human being has this capability of paying attention if they choose to do so, to spend time in nature, and to feel how blessed we are. Even when we're idle in the nature, we're not being productive necessarily, but we are so blessed. Buddha teaches us to be born human is such a rare blessing, a blessing that is mine, that is ours, because only as a human being we are able to ask, who am I? And what am I to do with my one life? What am I born to do? Am I content when my time runs out? Am I ready to go? Only humans can ask this. Yeah, so it's such a rare blessing to be alive as a human being. And yet, how many people do we know around us who stop and savor this joy of having life in a human form as opposed to other forms? And then the most important part of this poem is, tell me, what else should I have done? So I think she did the best she could to seek the answers, but she knows she should have done something more, but she's not sure what it is. She maybe didn't have bond with Buddhism. I've never found the answer to why we live anywhere else outside Buddhism. Why do we live? Like, in other words, if you really lose hope in living life, why do we need to keep on going? Yeah, I was searching that answer and I didn't find it myself until I found Buddhism. Like, the happiness that they offer you, it has to be so great that really outweighs all the sufferings we go through in life. And because otherwise, doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Yeah, it's always too soon for anyone who has to leave this world. So tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That's the power of poetry, inviting us to think and wonder. Yeah, so I would like to leave you with this question here. And of course, we talk about this a lot in our meetups, and that's where we're gonna continue. So that's all the time we had for today, and it was very good to have you all here. Okay.